Hello, Margaret Brent students. It's Mrs. McCumbee with your Theme 4 Week 4 music assignment. A special shout out goes to Matthew Yelverton and Riley Rollins for replying via email with answers to my question. This right here's technical name, as you notice it highlights, silly Mrs. McCumbee, says Google Apps. Matthew and Riley told me they also call it the waffle, which I will be calling it from now on. So you would simply click on your waffle and then open it from Google Classroom. Remember, the links that get sent to you through email are automatic. When I post the assignment in Google Classroom, it sends you an email letting you know that it's posted with a link. It doesn't always work, or so I've been told. So if you go this route by clicking the classroom, you always have success. My classroom is set up here. So you'll end up seeing all the Theme 4 choices. Remember, your resource sheet is the most important. And as I mentioned last week, I choose to right click on it so that I always have a separate view. Last week I included a picture of my daughter Cora, so my son, quite the goofball. I call him Little Rock or Trey because he is technically Rocky the Third. And we were playing Mousetrap, and he wanted to pose like the diver from Mousetrap, one of the best games. So this week you have required vocabulary and required history. Same thing as usual, you read through the vocabulary, and when you're confident, you go back into your classroom, you open this up, you complete the Google form, which is multiple choice for vocabulary this week. Get rid of that. Then back in your resource sheet, history, you get to read about Mozart, 2 suggested listenings, and then you complete your history assignment over here. I do feel the need to warn you. You can also access the article link right here. You need to make sure that you spell everything correctly when you unscramble the words. If you don't spell it correctly, it won't give you credit for it when it automatically grades it. You can capitalize the first letter or put them all in lowercase, and either one will be accepted, but just make sure you spell them correctly. You have 3 options, again, same as last week. Choice 1 is listening corner. Did you know is choice 2, and the grab bag is choice 3. Those are all back in here. So the listening corner, I'm just going to show you right from here. It's set up so that you can access all of the videos. So you can watch and listen to the Linus and Lucy theme, John Philip Sousa's The Stars and Stripes Forever, or Pharrell Williams' Happy. And what you're going to do is take the melody and write out your own lyrics. Again, if you are like me and you are not so good at writing your own lyrics, don't choose this one. You only need to choose one of the 3 choices. Did you know? This one is pretty simple. Sorry, I got to go back to this guy. You're going to watch the video talking about the science behind what you hear, and then go in and complete these 3 questions. What is a fact you found about sound, frequency, and pitch? And your last choice is the grab bag 3. This one I actually need to show you. It's a little bit complicated, but when you get going, it's really fun. I would say it's the most entertaining out of the 3, especially for those of you that like to experiment with sounds. So Beatbox, it's obviously not going to let me from the way I have it set up. Just click on the link and open it. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it in a new tab. And it is beatbox.co, not com. So it's just an experiment with different sounds. So the computer won't play because I'm using Screencast-O-Matic, which is free. But basically, I can click here, you can do this guy here, so put one guy here, and then you can hit the play button and it'll scroll along and play you all of your different notes. There's a lot of options that if you're going to do this one, I recommend trying. So you can click on the yellow one, which then is like adding an extra layer. The orange one, and then the gray one. From these tabs, you can also change the numbers if you want. I was experimenting with this last week. Once you get it set up, you can hit the play button and you can still adjust things as you want. You can experiment with your tempo, making it faster, making it slower. You can actually change the scale to just have a little bit of a different sound. So think of this as an overall sound if you want to experiment with changing this. And then, sorry, text message. Within here, you can actually, if you click on the type, you can change the sound. So that was bright piano, chip wave. You can pretty much experiment with any of these sounds here that you want. Think of the bluish green option right here as being your melody instrument. The yellow is being like a harmony instrument, and the orange is being percussion, and the gray is being percussion. It's not always the case based on what instrument you select or what scale you select, but the gray is typically going to be like your bass drum or your lowest beat in the percussion section, and the orange is going to be more like your toms on a drum set or a snare drum maybe. So you can experiment with all those layers. Once you do that, your grab bag answers are going to make more sense. So there isn't, sorry, I'm on the wrong theme. So here we are. So your grab bag answers right here, you choose and click on this. All I'm doing is asking you to write down what you experimented with. So you can click more than one option. There's no correct answer or no wrong answer. You can check off what you've done here, if you changed the tempo or you played with the scale or the type of the sound. Did you enjoy this, and would you recommend it to a friend? So that is all I have today. I look forward to reviewing your guys' work. Send me an email, say hi. Love to hear how you guys are doing. Thanks, and I'll talk to you next week.